So let me get this straight. All right. We're going to start with American chattel slavery and oppression was a choice for those who were oppressed and enslaved. Then we're going to go to the celebration of war criminals who unalived countless numbers of people. And we're going to finish with insulting people's children. I think that will just about do it. Let's get into this. Kanye West has done too much, I believe. At this point, let's get into it. So Kanye West tells Drake to hold his beer and take a seat. He's going to show him how to ruin a legendary career in just epic fashion. Now, Kanye, we all know, has been problematic for about the last 10 years for sure, right? Now, most of the time, me personally, I don't take Kanye's rants any kind of way. He's just, obviously he's having some kind of breakdown. He's been having some kind of breakdown, but he still seems to be coherent to me. So I can't really totally blame it on mental illness, though mental illness is a real thing. I get it. But at the same time, I at this point, taking it beyond just talking about people's music, saying he doesn't like Kendrick's music, that's fine. He said Tyler, the Creator, has never created a memorable song. That's fine. That's, who cares? You know what I'm saying? That's regular artists back and forth stuff. But what he just tweeted about Beyonce and Jay-Z's kids is way too far, in my opinion. Way too far. So I'll put a redacted version of it up here. And what he tweeted was, Wade, has anyone, he deleted it, and then he responded to deleting it in an even more ridiculous way. But let's just read the initial one first. Wade, has anyone ever seen Jay-Z and Beyonce's younger children? There, he uses the R word there. No, like literally. And this is why artificial insemination is such a blessing. Having, R word again, children is a choice. So he tries to politicize this super insult to Jay-Z. And I don't care what issues you have with Jay-Z and Beyonce. I really don't care what they've done. Okay, and all the allegations against them. Again, they haven't been proven to do anything. Everything thrown in Jay-Z's way has been swatted away pretty easily. All right. I've made videos on this channel, you know, about Jay-Z. I'm not the hugest Jay-Z fan or stan or anything like that. But he made some mistakes early in his career as to why people can throw certain accusations at him, right? But he's never done anything, as we know, illegal or anything like that. And Beyonce, I don't know why people don't like Beyonce so much. It's a little weird, you know, but we know how people treat celebrities, but we get it. But Kanye, what is this with the kids? See, this is what I didn't like about the Drake and Kendrick beef. And I know Drake started it, but for both of them to be putting the kids in it, I didn't like it, period. It was too much. And to me, this goes beyond his, you know, historical insults to groups of people. All right, because we are not those people. Yes, they are our ancestors and our parents, grandparents, all those things. But even that this is beyond that. Just the way everything's happening, he cannot use the mental illness thing because here, he tweeted 50 Cent is one of my favorite people. He will be one of the people who brings back Black economic independence. Like, so he's the mental illness thing is not going to stick because he's just being ridiculous. And boy, this is hard not to curse. But even 50 Cent, who loves nothing more than to troll Jay-Z, says, dang it, Ye, you're dangerous right now. What you say about the kids, man? Like, what? Nobody's gonna stand behind him on this. There was a phone conversation between he and Diddy that leaked. And the strange thing about the phone conversation between Kanye and Diddy is that it almost sounded like Diddy was trying to motivate Kanye in a way where Kanye was having some kind of issues, right? And of course, you know, people who are in jail, they speak like that, but it was a little strange at the time. And now with him going on this another rant, there's obviously some issues there. But again, too far. And now I'm looking at the bigger picture and I'm wondering, why is it every time there seems to be some forward motion, not only towards what Kendrick Lamar is doing, but just towards hip hop getting kind of back to normal, so to speak, and going in the direction of artist creativity again, somebody big does something crazy. 50 has done this as well, to pull the attention away from that and pull it into the direction of some drama. Now, even though I don't agree with Drake's, all of his hissy fit that he's throwing in the lawsuits and things like that, I understand his point, right? I get it. But what is everybody else doing with creating all this drama around this battle and around Kendrick? Like, this should be over by now. It really should. And we should be moving on to paying attention to everybody dropping dope records and hip hop moving back in a more productive and artistic flow, so to speak, right? Because even Kendrick being on the Playboi Carti album, the fact that Kanye just had to come out at this time and attack Kendrick being on that album makes me think. Now, I did a video on this and I'll release it tomorrow. But to me, Kendrick being on that album he's trying to unite the culture, right? The different sides of creativity of the culture, different types of hip hop. Because to keep it all the way 1,000, I'm not listening to Playboi Carti's album if Kendrick's not on there. Period. But if the artists who do different kinds of hip hop start to get together on records more often, especially in this time, and that creativity starts to mix and mingle, it'll be more unity in the game. And I just think that somebody somewhere is trying to disrupt that. And whether it be Kanye, whether it be Drake, whether it be 50, whether it be academics and all the other little media white belt level ninjas out there, Charleston White, they continue to try to disrupt this positive motion, right? You know, whether it be people being arrested for crimes that were committed years ago, when the evidence has been available all this time. You know, that's why I put the why in the thumbnail. It's not like why Kanye is acting, why all this at this time again. And yes, we can simply say it's because Kanye wants attention, but there's long periods of time where we don't hear nothing from Kanye and things are just going along smooth. You think 2022, 2023, there's times where you don't hear nothing from him. You don't know what he's doing. And he's not releasing music. People are like, where are the albums that you promised that you never dropped? But now all of a sudden, there's negativity in the news cycle over and over and over again. And we have to be honest about Not Like Us. It's an anthem against deviant behavior. Do we really think that mainstream media in Hollywood, if you've done a little research, are they really excited about that being an anthem, right? And that messaging being played amongst kids, right? Something for them to look out for, that predator moving flocks, all of the messaging in that record, right? We have to think about these things because here's the thing. Plenty of people have been deplatformed for insulting the groups that Kanye West has insulted, right? Kanye has not been deplatformed yet. That's telling. I'm sorry, it is. I'm not trying to get too far into my conspiracy bag, but something about this is strange. It just is. Because they want us to believe that a song, you know, with the Drake lawsuit and things like that, the underlying or the subconscious messaging is a song can't become popular like this on its own, especially with this kind of messaging. You know, if you look at Watch the Party Die, which Kendrick released just on Instagram, it has, 3.5 million likes. I don't know how many views it has, but I'm sure it's in the tens of millions, if not the hundreds of millions. So I find all of this continued cycle of craziness, I find it interesting, you know? So let me know what y'all think in the comments below. Of course, I think we pretty much have decided we're just gonna stop listening to anything Kanye West has to say at this point. And yeah, another one bites the dust. What a great discography. That's gonna be hard to listen to. After this, for me anyway. That's just how I carry it. But let me know what you think in the comments below, man. Hit that like button if you haven't hit that like button already. Hit that subscribe button if you're not subscribed. Share this video, tell a friend and tell a friend. And thank y'all for watching as always. Hip hop, this is just a crazy time right now. But we out.